When you watch movies, when you go near to the television, you can see the picture you saw is made up of only three primary colors. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah, those are all red, green, blue. These are all called pixels. With the combination of these three colors, with the mixing of these three colors, we can see the pictures in the television. Likewise, our eyes also has pixels, which not emit lights, but it absorbs the light. Yes, it is called cone cells. Humans are called trichromacy, meaning we have three types of cone cells. Most of the mammals are dichromacy. They can see two colors. So with the combination of two colors, they can identify the objects. As we human, with the combination of three cone cells, we can see the lot of colors. Since today theme of the day is green, unfortunately I don't have green shirt, so don't blame me for wearing this black t-shirt. Researchers said that color recognizing property came from our ancestors who were in the forest. Ancestors wanted to know whether the fruits are raw or edible stage. Also to identify red fruits from the bunch of green leaves in the trees by their visions. For their survival, they were pushed to identify the red fruit from young leaves from the other vegetations. Then generation by generation, this color recognizing property inherited in our eyes. Nowadays, we are seeing many colors. It not comes from suddenly. So from lot of generations, we are pushed to ourselves to make change of these eye and cone cells. Interesting, right? Now I will explain the stages of the Toastmasters meeting for the purpose of the guest to avoid a bum puzzle during this meeting. We have three set of speeches. Prepared speech, where Toastmasters prepared for their respective pathways and the objectives and delivered their speeches. Second part is an interesting stage. Here guests are welcomed to participate. Yeah, it's a table topic speech where the TT master give topics and anyone can deliver a speech. Third part is an evaluation where everyone can get their credits and suggestions for their improvements in the upcoming meetings. We have an enthusiastic Toastmaster to conduct general evaluation, who is Toastmaster Abhirami. She is chartered accountant working with the Barclay Bank. Now I welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhirami, to tell us about her role and about her talk team. Over to general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhirami.
Toastmasters and guests. I'm delighted to be back on stage after a really long gap. Now to talk about my role as a general evaluator. Probably before I talk about my role, I would rather say the importance of being here today. So it's a wonderful Sunday evening, and we are all here not enjoying the green within this room. And why do you think we are here and still talking about green? I think it's because we want to improve ourselves and become better and better. And Toastmasters is one platform where we learn to do that. Going with the flow now again. In terms of improving ourselves, feedback is a very important aspect. General evaluator plays a very important role in giving a constructive feedback. Two teams to support me in my endeavor today. First will be a tag team who will be consciously looking at all of you throughout the meeting to give you all the subtle feedbacks. First, let me call upon the timer for today, who's Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. He is the VPPR of our club and is the man behind all those beautiful posters that you see in the group every week. He, on a professional front, is a software engineer and works for Applied Materials India Limited. Over to you, timer, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. We're so happy to see you all in physical location again and meeting you all online. Okay, as a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much time they have spent and how much time they have left so that we will run this meeting on time. So as a timer, I'll note down the time taken by each speakers, the prepared speakers, table topic speakers, and the evaluations as well. So I will alert each speaker the time they have left, is yellow and red card. So I'll be showing this card to the audience here in the meeting room, the green. For example, for table topics session, we have a time limit of 2 minutes. For the first 1 minute, I will show the green card, which shows they are eligible for voting. By 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show this card, and at 2 minutes, I will show this red card, and this card is period. So I will also try to show the card over online. So please note, watch for the cards through the camera here, and also I will share the card through online also. I will, at the end of the meeting, when called upon by the general evaluator, I will give you the report. Thank you so much.
Master Lakshmi, thank you for briefing us on your role. So he's the man behind all this timing today, so better be careful when you're performing. Okay, next we have our counter briefing their roles. So for that we have Toastmaster Nanda. To talk about Toastmaster Nanda, he is the secretary of our club, and he is responsible for all the procedures behind XCOM. To talk about his professional side, he is a technical lead with Cisco Systems. Over to you, Toastmaster Nanda.
Good evening again. As the R counter, my responsibility is to note inappropriate uses of words such as note of such occurrences, and when called upon by the gender evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nanda. Next, have the grammarian for today. For that, we have an energetic Toastmaster, Toastmaster Pratika. She works with Siemens and loves playing badminton. Over to you, Toastmaster Pratika.
General Evaluator for the great introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all the speakers, listening to their language usage. I will note down outstanding uses of English language as well as not so good usages of English language. It is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day, which is bumfuzzle, BUMFUZZLE. It means to confuse. Let me use it in a sentence for all of you. Sneaky advertisements were used to bumfuzzle nail voters into casting their vote for the wrong candidate. I repeat, sneaky advertisements were used to bumfuzzle nail voters into casting their vote for the wrong candidate. I encourage all the speakers and guests to use the word of the day as much as possible. Thank you so much. I will give my report when called upon by the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratika. Indeed, I think this is a very apt word for today because all the speakers speaking from here will get bumfuzzled between speaking to the camera and to the audience out here. Thank you for that. With this, I think the other team who will support me today on giving a constructive feedback to the set of evaluators who will be joining us towards the later part of the meeting. With this, let me hand over controls to the Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami. Now we will come to our first interesting part of the Toastmasters. Today, our first speaker is Toastmaster Aishwarya, who is a fashion designer and a stylist by profession and an MC by passion. She also an aspiring Toastmaster member. She was the associate coordinate for the OLP Batch 11 program. Currently, the associate area director of C1 and also the PR manager of area C1. Before call upon our first speaker, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak, to share the objectives of the speaker. Toastmaster Deepak, can you please share the objectives of the speaker one?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Toastmaster Aishwarya will be pursuing her level 2 project 2 uh, in body language, effective body language. I will be observing her body language and the informal communication, how she is doing, and she is pursuing a pathway in presentation mastery. Timer, please note the time limit will be 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you. And about her topic, she has a very interesting topic. Marks. Did I say marks? Yes. Aishwarya, Toastmaster Aishwarya, marks. Did I say marks? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Now we welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Can you unmute and can you test
Yes,
your
I
audio?
just unmuted. I just unmuted just now.
Yeah, okay, we can
I
hear you.
hope I'm both audible and visible to the people at Anna Nagar. I see a thumbs up. All right, great. Thanks. So maybe it's high time for me to proceed.
Yeah. Toastmaster Aishwarya, marks. Did I say marks? Marks. Did I say marks? Toastmaster Aishwarya.
Marks, marks, marks. Wherever I hear is the word marks. Even my YLP session, students are coming and telling to me, ma'am, I have my exams coming up soon. So I won't be able to attend the next week's session, ma'am. My mind was just like, what exams are 8th grade students facing right now? The students have a mark in their mind. Teachers have a mark in their mind. Why? Even the parents have a mark in their mind. But in my life, I never worried about these marks. The only mark which I worry about is acne marks. Girl's best friend. Acne marks. You all might be wondering, am I going to take a session, something related to the so-called examination marks or related to dermatology? Hold on. This whole concept of marks came from my dad, and he told me to give, and he gave me an idea to give a speech on the different words ending with mark. Let me come again. All the different words ending with mark. I think some of you might be bumfuzzled right now. So was I in the initial stage. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me explain you all some more marks in different fields for you. Starting with the so-called pass mark. So that's this famous proverb which goes like this. Tomorrow is my exam and I don't care because a single sheet of paper can't decide my future. Now this quote has been said by the famous scientist Thomas Alva Edison. So pass mark means the marks which is required for a student to not to fail. Well, as I was researching to get content for the pass mark, I found many interesting facts, and let me share quite a few. No piece of paper can define you. Hold on. Not even the craft paper which I kept in my room, no piece of paper can define me. Yeah. Let me come again. No piece of paper can define you, said the most famous and almost everyone's favorite Indian author, Chetan Bhagat. The Banker-third author, Chetan Bhagat, said, no piece of paper can define an individual, and the scores obtained by them should not affect their belief in his or her capabilities. Chetan Bhagat posted on Twitter saying, his class 10 mark sheet aggregated to 76%. He remembered how powerful was the piece of paper felt. He was just 15 years old, but still he was aggregated as the average student. But he also said that he was so glad that he did not let his mark sheet affect his belief in his capabilities, and concluded by saying, no piece of paper can define you. Why not? Even our very own Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing a national conclave on school education on 11 September 2020, said, The marks and mark sheet have so far dominated the learning-based experience in students. He also added by saying, can a test, a mark sheet, be a parameter for students' learning experience or their mental development? Today, the truth is that mark sheet has become a mental pressure sheet for students and a mental pressure sheet for students and a prestige sheet for parents. Isn't that true? The entire society has covered themselves in so-called marks. Let me take few real-life examples which I have faced. When a son or daughter has completed the 10th or the 12th board exams, what do they ask? What are their marks? Or if he or she has cleared a semester exam in their college, what do they ask? What are their marks? Or has he cleared all arrear exams? Why not? Did he get any arrear exams? Isn't that true? Well, looks like my first half of my speech covered the so-called examination marks. Coming to the next mark, which is hallmark. So hallmark is nothing but an official mark or a series of marks stuck on items made of metal. This is usually done to certify the content of noble metals such as gold, silver, platinum, and in some countries even palladium too. Alright, I'm not saying the palladium mall which is in Velachery, let's not get confused. To say this hallmark in a more generic sense, hallmark can be used to refer any distinguishing characteristic. Coming to the third mark, which is quite familiar to all of us, which is trademark. For this, let me not go deep in terms of technical definitions. It's definitely going to bumfuzzle you all again. So let me take the example of the daily life instances which we see. Brands like Nike, which has a tick mark logo. The renowned textile brand Pothys, which has the letter P in an oval-shaped green color background. And even a food package which you buy daily, the FSSAI recognition logo. Now these logos and symbols have their unique own trademark recognition. Coming to the real life, trademark is nothing but having your own unique signature style of representing yourself. Coming to the next mark, which is new to all of us, which is watermark. So watermark is basically a logo, stamp, or a signature, which is usually done on images. For this, and these will be superimposed onto an image, and they will have a great level of transparency. For this, we can take the example of browsing images on the internet. Most of the images what you get on the internet will be watermarked. That is, we can take the website called Shutterstock. The word Shutterstock will be transparent and will be across the images. So that is what watermark is. What is the one mark which you cannot change? To Zoom people out there, if you know what is it, please drop the answers in the chat box below. The one mark which you cannot change is your birthmark. But you can set your benchmarks more realistic. Study well and get good marks so that you can get jobs in hallmark quality companies and you can maintain your trademark smile. While reading books, don't forget to keep bookmarks in the middle of the pages so that you'll not get confused and waste your time on further reading. And most importantly, set landmarks in each and every stage of your life because those are the ones which turn over your life into a great one, including smallest accomplishment which you have done. Having shared these many marks, let me hand over the control to the TA Modi. Over to you, Toastmaster Vignesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya, for a wonderful delivery of your speech. Now about our second speaker, who is a passionate in improving her communication skills, and she takes their role enthusiastically in the club meetings every week, who is our Toastmaster Geeta. Before welcoming Toastmaster Geeta, we call her evaluator, DTM Neena Jan ma'am, to share the speech objectives of the second speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh. Madam Toastmaster Geeta is doing the project Connect with Storytelling. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story with a speech or giving a speech as a story. One second. Her title is Experiencing the Experience. Experiencing the Experience, Geeta Shroff. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thanks, DT and Meena Jan. Now we welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Geeta. Can you please check your audio and video to online members?
Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Geeta, experiencing the experience. Experiencing the experience. Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Every event that we encounter in our life gives us infinite learning opportunities. It is up to us to discover from it its intrinsic wisdom. These opportunities, once we learn from the events that are happening to us, then we are mature enough to move to the next, to take up the next level of assignments, what life is having for us. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Here's a short story for you. A young girl sat in front of her master with a cosmetic smile. She had mastered the art of faking happiness even though she was sad and crying deep within. With empathy flowing from his heart, the master asked her, "My child, please tell me, what's bothering you?" The little girl said, "My parents scold me and treat me like a commodity devoid of human dignity. The maid and I get the same reaction or treated the same way. Only difference is that the maid cannot use the comforts of the house while I can use the luxuries of the house." Then the master asked her, "My child, please tell me, do they scold only the maid or they even scold the driver?" The girl said, "My parents have the audacity to shout at anyone and everyone. The drivers, plumbers, electricians, and the other family members all fall under the clutches of their wrath." Then the master asked her, "My dear child, please tell me, do they care for you or worry for you when you're late or when you're sick?" The girl said, "They worry for me, of course, when I'm late, and when I return, they shout at me." Then she also said, "They do care for me when I'm sick." And she recalled one incident when the parents were nursing her injury, and she said, while they were nursing my injury, they were also shouting at me and criticizing me for being responsible for this. The master smiled, and then he said, "My child, you have gone through so much of pain, suffering, and scolding for so many years, but you haven't learned anything from your family people. Please understand, your parents are scolding you not because they don't like you, but it is their very nature to shout at everyone. By taking care of you and worrying for you when you were sick or when you were late at home, haven't they showed you that they also love you? Why do you take it personally? It is not the load that we carry burdens us, but the way we carry the load is more burdening. A scorpion stings not because it hates anyone, but because it is insecure of itself. Your parents were scolding and shouting at you because they were uncomfortable with themselves. Once you learn this and once you experience this, by experiencing the experiences, you will learn that you should not let the limitations and shortcomings of other people trouble you. Dear fellow Toastmasters, life has a very peculiar way of teaching us. Life gives us the test first and then teaches us. So if at all you feel that you are stuck in a vicious circle where you are crying
you're getting disturbed or you're getting tensed or you're getting upset for the same reasons, encountering the similar circumstances, then please understand it is very clear that you haven't learned the lessons that the life is trying to teach you. Here's yet another story, which is a metaphor for life. A group of nomads were retiring for the evening when they were surrounded by a bright light. They knew they were amidst a celestial being and they very eagerly anticipated a heavenly message. Finally, there was a great voice which wrote, "Collect as many shells as you can and put them in your saddlebags and go for a day's journey tomorrow. Tomorrow night, you will be glad and sad." The nomads looked at each other and they exchanged their disappointment. They anticipated a great revolution to be made, a great universal truth that will help them create better world, create more health and happiness for the world. But instead, they were given a menial task of picking up the shells and putting it in the saddlebags. Oh no, they were not happy with it. Reluctantly, they picked up the shells and put them in their saddlebags and went out for a day's journey. And in the night, when they reached in the saddlebags, they were very happy to see that the shells had turned into diamonds. At the same time, they were also sad because they did not collect as many shells as they could have collected. Dear fellow Toastmasters, this is a metaphor for life. The events that are happening to us in our life is a shell, a gateway to maturity. It is only by experiencing the experiences and learning from the experiences we can convert the shells into diamonds. So it is up to us whether we want to be glad or we want to be glad and sad. It depends on what we do with the events that are happening to us in our lives. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta, for a wonderful speech. Now I welcome our area director, Toastmaster Nadira, who is present in the physical meet. Welcome, Toastmaster Nadira, for your presence. Now about our third speaker, he is a retired techno-functional manager who is aspiring to become speaker and writer in both English and Tamil. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Before welcoming him, we call his evaluator Toastmaster Rekha to share the speech objective of the speaker.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vignesh. So my target speaker, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati's speech objectives are: 1, the purpose of the project is for the member, for Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. And the other purpose of the speech is for Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati to share some aspects of a previous experience as prodigy. His speech title is Mentor's Memories, and the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. So I wish all the very best to Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Back to you, Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha. Now we welcome our third speaker, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Can you please unmute and check your audio and video to the members?
Am I audible and beautiful at Anna Nagar and Zoom Nagar?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Beautiful. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, Mentors Memories. Mentors Memories, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati.
Thank you, T.M. Modi. The year was 2007. The place was Ruby Hall, Presidential Club, Egmore, Chennai. That was the time and place when I joined Chennai Toastmasters Club. After attempting the table topic speech with a lot of anxiety and fear, after the end of the meeting, the then VP Education introduced me to a very, very soft-spoken person. This person knows many languages. He knows Tamil, English, Hindi, and even Japanese. Can you guess his name? Yes. He is none other than Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani. I became his mentee. Let me share my experience as a mentee with Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani and one more special person whose name I will introduce at a later point of time with you all guys now. My dear Toastmasters, guests, whenever I attended the meeting, Toastmasters meeting at that point of time, my mentor, he used to introduce me to the president every time. You want to know the reason? Because I was a very, very irregular Toastmaster. The reason was that I was working in Bangalore. So I would visit Chennai only once in 6 months. And whenever I attended the Toastmasters meeting, there was a new president-elect after 6 months. Now you know the reason, right? This enabled me to create an unbeaten record in Chennai Toastmasters Club. That is, I have completed CC 10 projects in 10 years. An average of 1 project 1 year. It is still an unbeaten record. But in addition to that, there is one more record which you would definitely appreciate. My name comes in the top 10 list in that renewal list, subscription renewal list every year since 2007. At least it deserves some appreciation from you guys, right? Well, but the credit goes to my mentor, Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani. He encouraged me to attend at least once in 6 months and give the projects. And not only he encouraged me and made me to complete those CC 10 projects, but also he identified my inherent skill in giving some humorous, so-called humorous speech. I don't know whether you will agree or not, but he found out that skill in me and he encouraged me to compete in that humorous speech contest, making me to win that area level humorous speech contest in the year 2013. I have to thank my mentor, Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani. Then for some reasons, he left. For some personal reasons, he left the club. And then I approached another special person. She is the DTM of all DTMs in Chennai Toastmasters Club. Can you guess? Yes. She is none other than our DTM, Meena John. I know that she is a strict disciplinarian. And she knows that I am a very, very irregular member. But anyhow, at that point of time, that irregularity was due to office exigencies. But now, this irregularity is due to my ill health exigencies. She understands that. Even though she is a strict disciplinarian, she is also a kind mother and kind grandmother, as you all know. So she accepted me as my mentor, and my mentee journey continued. In the special TTM way, she gave me a lot of exposure. She made me to speak before a bigger audience. Yes. I was made as a target speaker in a division level evaluation contest in the year 2018. That was a great exposure for me. I have to thank DTM Meena John for that. In addition to that, she also identified my skill of giving sort of humorous speech. And she also encouraged me to participate in that humorous speech contest. With her help, I was able to compete and won that area level humorous speech contest in the year 2020. Her involvement was to that extent, she added a lot of value to my speech. She asked me to bring some prop like cup of coffee to be brought in by my granddaughter while I was practicing that cockroach karate, and the chaos it would create when I kicked that cup of coffee with my karate, cockroach karate kick. That evoked a lot of laughter, and I got that area level humorous speech champion. So these are all the mentees experience I got with my mentors. You would be knowing the difference between the coaching and mentoring, right? Coaching is for short term and for a specific skill. Mentoring is for long term and it covers the overall development of the person. Toastmasters International understands this difference and it has created this Toastmasters mentor program in such a way so that I am able to get that beautiful, long-term, broad mentees experience with my mentors, Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani and Toastmaster DTM Neena John. I have to thank Toastmaster International, Chennai Toastmasters Club, and you guys who encouraged me. And over and above all that, my friends, philosophers and guides, Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani and DTM Neena John. Thank you all. Over to you, T.M. Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Now let us have 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Yeah, everyone is awake. I just checked. Okay, with that, our first part of meeting is completed. Now we are entering into the interesting part. Yeah, it's table topics. To conduct the table topic session, we have our table topic master, who is a first year student of
Vignesh,
BCom.
sorry to interrupt the educational session and then the table topic session.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's now start our educational session. I welcome DTM Abraham Zakaria to conduct the educational session. Welcome, DTM Abraham Zakaria. Please, stage is yours.
Thank you, Vignesh, for the wonderful time. And I have a request for the timer. 10 minutes, please show the green, and 15 minutes show the amber, and 20 minutes, please show the red card. Okay. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. On 20th December 2003, I happened to see a small news item in Hindu. Communication, Toastmasters International, and number was given. So I rang up and found there is a meeting on the very next day, 21st December 2003, Sunday at Haddo's Club. I was a member of the club, so I had no problem in going there. I went there. I went up to the hall where people were meeting. I held the handle of the hall to open. Then only suddenly I realized, my God, Toastmasters, communication, English. I don't know what is what. My English is very poor. I thought everyone sitting there could be Shashi Tharoors and Neena Johns. How can I give a speech before them? I got really confused. I thought, okay, let me go back. After all, this is a club where I know where is a bar. I thought I'll go there. Suddenly somebody opened it from inside and said, welcome to Toastmasters. And the rest is a history. And I was assured to sit next to a person. No one knew, I had no idea who are all sitting there. In the first time I'm meeting Neena John also there. So then I asked him, what are you? He said, I'm a government servant. Either after all a government servant. I ignored him, I must say. Then he asked me, what are you? I said, I'm an accountant. He asked me, are you a chartered accountant? I said, yes. He said, then I am an income tax officer. I got a shock. Today he is a commissioner, but we don't have any, we have very good friends, but no professional contact, professional discussion on any of those topics. Okay, then what happened? We were, as usual, the Toastmasters introduction was there. Toastmasters history was read out. And then the three parts, what is the agenda of the Toastmasters was said. And the feedback was given. When the feedback was given, then President, who's mastermind this CTM, he said, Abraham, oh, you have a very deep bass voice. If he had said, Abraham, your English is very good, I wouldn't have joined because I know he's going to sell the membership. So that was really encouraging for me. So that was a feedback he has given me. Then I found they started on time and ended also on time. Hey, that was very impressive. After everything was over, we had a nice snacks also. Friends, I try to say this because my topic for the day is creating the best club. So if you happen to look into this, you can see that the venue was a very good venue. To a good club, we must have the venue should be known to everyone. Should have a parking, what all facilities you have to have, should have that. Then the warmth of the people receiving. As a guest, you are walking in. You don't know anyone there, but you must have the warmth of the people. Then the people sitting there, because Toastmasters Club should have diverse. By the way, I will try to show my. Sorry, I have to share my screen. Oh, add me as a hello.
Sir, can you try sharing now? I have enabled the access.
Okay. Yes. I've added. Okay, right. Right? Can you see this?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, the venue, the warmth, the diverse profile of the members, and the history of Toastmasters, and the three-part agenda, and the feedback, and timing, and the snacks. As a guest, I found these are very impressive. I think this is applicable to everyone here. This is what impressed a guest, and this is what impressed me. Then Toastmasters, is not a forum of great speakers. It's a forum where confident speakers are made. Every Toastmaster should be a confident speaker. So in a meeting, we should not have all too good speakers and too poor speakers. So the meaning is that we must have a good mix of Toastmasters so that a member or even a guest should find it very interesting. And we should not have all serious speakers also. And we should have some humor in between. So see that the speakers use some humor also. Then what is very important is the transition. It is not that important the speakers, what is the speaker speaks. What is important is the smooth transition. It can be practiced. That is one very, very important for a good club, for the best club. Table topic is one challenging thing for any club. It should be guest friendly. Guests should not be given some rocket science things and they should fumble, and they should not be given in the first instance. Let the members speak for 2-3, then he can give. Then another thing I found, the table topics for the members should be contest level ones, and it should be in that pattern so that they get groomed to become table topic contestants. And general evaluation and the tag room. To me, our general evaluation and tag team are one of the best. Other day, I happened to attend a club outside Chennai, and there I gave a speech. I used the word I would not, but I wouldn't have something I said. I don't remember. But a gentleman attended from US. He was a member of that plus. It is not in Tamil Nadu, outside. So he later, after the meeting in the free time, in the informal meeting, they said, no, actually, I want to tell you that gentleman about me used the word wund, but in wundabin. Okay, I really thought, okay, my God, a person after this grammarian, everything is over, and I'm a guest, he's going to correct me. Such thing, we don't do it, and we should not do it also. Another thing I found, another club, is that after evaluation, the general evaluator is evaluating one of the missed points of the evaluator. I think those can be ignored. And Chennai Toastmasters or all the district 120 club culture of the tag teams, they're very good. They will not say one person taken only 1 hour and the other person taken 13 hours. That we don't say. That way we are keeping up. I think I must say we are the best for that part. Next, coming to the Mendes. Nagendra Bharati has said about the Mendes. So Mendes, we can have a different level also. We can have Mendes for various levels. The one mentor need not be forever. A mentor could be for the initial base camp level, various levels, and various topics also. Because some may be like mechanical engineering products or something else. So they can have a person who is in that lane so that that person can give more insight into the that subjects. Then we can have mandates for contest. Contest we might have a special leadership also. We are not talking about the leadership mandates at all. Actually, we must have mandates for leadership. Probably this is one area CTM is lagging, I must say, with all respect for all the leaders and mentors, I must say. Say you want to go up in the ladder, somebody has to tell them, hey, you can do this, and then you have to use some strategy also. That strategy specialists can tell them. So that is one way. Another one I found in Toastmasters, especially CTM, I found the contest and the election. Take it very healthy. We have no issues. You don't know, many clubs have very serious issues. After this, there is a lot of confusion, there are mud slinging, all these are happening. But in CTM, we don't have that many. I must say CTM is 95 or 99% marks I must award for that. Then coming to the attire. So it was a practice that you have to come in formals. My only suggestion, at least the role players, please come on formals. And addressing. Today I was watching, Norman said, Abraham, sir. No, this is not that. It is for Toastmasters. This is an international club where we don't call somebody sir. So please avoid it. It's only my suggestion. Then coming to the transparency. That means we have to have club business meetings. Because that shows us the transparency of our accounts and other things. Because we never had a serious issue. We had issue like somebody is having 2 lakhs cash and with them. Supposing that is a major risk actually, I must say. So this is one thing we can look into it. Then our 4 pillars, always we talk about these pillars. Integrity. Integrity is without supervision. So are we doing this? This is a challenge. Are we voting for ourselves as the best speaker? Are we respecting others' time, respecting others' education or their qualification or other things? The service. Here I would like to say, contestants. Yes, it is easier to be a contestant because I was once part of the leadership and now I'm more into the contest. So very easy because others are doing all the work. All you have to do is prepare it and come and give a speech. But behind that, organizing a lot of people, CTM, area level, division level, so much work is done by others. So wherever possible, you can also give a helping hand, not during contest, but during other time. Definitely, we ask for role players, please opt for that. That's a simple thing we can do. And excellence, yes, you would have seen many times we would have seen somebody giving a speech and they are not practicing. Well, we can easily make out. The excellence is the best. You practice the best and give a speech. Even if you go miss somewhere, it is okay. But the well-practiced speech is different from the other speeches. So I've come to the close of this and I will have a question answer session. All I suggest is a person who is having integrity, respect and service and excellence, that person is a good leader. Toastmasters tagline is where leaders are made. To me, a good club creates good leaders. Now we will have the rest of the time for discussion because I know I can keep on saying something, but that is not the intention, is everyone to participate. So please give your points. I will note it down, or somebody else can note it down and tell me. And so the floor is open for everyone to ask questions. We can discuss in between. I can give my suggestions, or others can give their suggestions. So the floor is open, please. Hello, Toastmasters.
Yeah, Toastmaster DTM Zach, I have a question.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
but you have to give the answer. I'm not an expert. Rekha.
No, maybe you can answer or anyone else can answer.
That's the point. That's the point. You got the point, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, see, yes, Toastmasters is a place where we develop our leadership skills and communication skills. But at the same time, there are conflicting, like people have their own agenda, right? Goals, own agenda. So sometimes they may have to go out of the way to support the club. So how can you, please give us tips from your experience, how can we encourage the members to support the club to sustain its excellence or grow in its excellence?
First,
it's a general thought, general question.
Well, taking roles, that's a very important. See, you may not believe in the initial days, every meeting, all of us used to take some role or the other. Otherwise, we cannot survive. Now, only in last 4 or 5 years, I am not taking every role, or I am not taking a role in a club meeting. I'm not attending a club meeting. So I think first thing we have to take a role, and we must have the membership to be paid, all these, that's all smaller things. But importance is how can we help others, the mentoring. Those days, initially, mentoring was not very formal. So only informally. So we used to encourage people. Now it has become very formal. But mentoring and taking a role play, supporting the team, the ExCom. Maybe Neena can tell us more about that, or somebody else. I can see Nanda sitting there wearing a white shirt. Boss. Secretary. Yes, Neena, please add on.
Yeah, I think one of the simplest things you can have is just regular attendance. A lot of people will come only when they have a role. Oh. But I think when you attend regularly, one, you're very relaxed because you don't have the tension of a role, and you don't have to worry about whether your time is to speak is there or not. You can observe other speakers. You can gain so much in terms of general knowledge from the content of the other speeches. You can learn how to do roles differently. And these are all takeaways that these are all elements that you can actually take away to your workplace. How do you conduct a meeting? How do you stay quiet when other people are speaking? Do not interrupt. That is part of the Toastmasters thing, but you don't realize how important it is outside. At an office meeting, stay quiet until the speaker has finished. That's important. Speak to the point. That 2 minutes table topics helps you make your case at your office also, or anywhere else in an emergency. You're able to focus your thoughts and bring them out in just 2 minutes. That's an amazing ability, and you don't realize how useful it is until you go to your office meetings and your boss is carrying on for 10 minutes without a point. So learn how to do crisp, clear, comprehensive communication by simply attending Toastmasters and absorbing a lot of the stuff. So back to you, Zach.
Thank you. What about the president? What is that you can make? What is that your suggestion to make our club the best one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I feel this is a good start. Actually, like I feel like more than attending from the home, it's a good way to actually come and see people, and so that you can improve your stage movement, and a lot of things gets improved when you actually move in a stage, and so that's a good start, and it's a good direction for CTM. I think so. More and more in the coming weeks, we should like get people on here so that you can actually come and speak. That's a way I think we should move forward.
Okay, please. The VP is here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please. Give your suggestions. Yes.
Honestly, give me 1 minute, sorry. Yeah.
Not a tabletop, you can.
No, that. See, I think what Nina ma'am said, irrespective of whether you take up roles or not, yes, you can come. But beyond that, what you have to do is, see, I'm going to be very honest here. So many of us feel, the tag roles are not important once we have crossed a certain threshold. So that is blatantly not the case. See, the tag role is the foundation for any club, is my belief. So the more and more you take up these roles, these roles actually help you develop your other non-verbal skills as well, which helps you become a good speaker. So one thing, so that what I would like to say is take up roles, actively take up roles. So only when members start taking up all the roles, that leads to a vibrant club. So I agree, as VP, it is my responsibility to fill in the roles, but when members come in and start taking roles, so that is when, even when a new member comes in and when he sees that the entire meeting is going on vibrantly without any hiccups, all the roles are taken good, that is when he also gets the passion. Okay. So honestly, when I walked in for the first time, that was how it was. It was so smoothly conducted and there were no hiccups. All the tag team in their places, Timot going about his role. That is when you impress upon a person, that this is how a club standard is, and that is how you get him to join and make him better as well. That is my take.
Thank you. What's the time now? How many minutes are over?
We have 6 more minutes.
Okay. Now, I can see Nanda, you tell me what is your opinion, how to make a club better? Because Nina said a very valid point. She said about the attendance. I think that is something we usually ignore.
I think the core of Toastmasters is to improve yourself. To improve yourself, I think the members should actively participate in the club, not just come whenever they have a role to perform or do something. Take up a role which is outside your core areas, stretch your imagination, stretch your ability. Here, take up a tag role or come help XCOM, become associated to XCOM. So expand your knowledge and try to extend your capacity ability. And I'm sure you will definitely excel. Another thing is regarding giving speeches. A lot of members currently in the club don't give speeches regularly. If you don't give speeches regularly, there's no way for you to grow. So I request all the members to take up a speech at least once in a month so that you should be able to grow and complete your projects and also your path moving forward. These are my thoughts around videos.
Thank you. Taking up roles regularly is a very valid point. Can I hear from our area director? Area director, how to make all your clubs, especially CTM, the best club?
Okay, so one thing which I realized that CTM has taught me is it's not just attending a meeting which gives you the final crux. In one of the speeches Venu sir had given, I heard him say that it takes exactly 0.8 seconds for a person to either decide yes or no. So what communication we have, it has to be to the point and within the time limit also. Like how our VP said, the tag role players play the crucial part over here. So if we do take on tag, we will realize that, okay, within this much time, have I conveyed my message? Have I been clear? Will the other person understand me? If we can accumulate all of this together, we grow not only as a club, but as a member also. So it's a holistic growth experience.
Very good. Because she has to take care of all the clubs, not only CTM. There are many clubs under her umbrella. And over the membership and other things, Jimmy is a treasurer, isn't it? Jimmy,
yes,
tell me about the finance side or transparency was one of my points here.
Absolutely. No, I have no other way of thinking in that aspect. It is very important to be transparent in terms of the financial situations of the club. Yeah, what was important was the bank account, which we are still working on. There were a few challenges, but we always have the business meetings wherein the accounts were submitted and is discussed upon. Anyone who requires a clarity is always free to come up with, and we have all the documents always available with us.
Thank you. I said one point. Ma'am, you want to say something, Nina?
Yeah, I do.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think we need to carry this forward in terms of communication with the members a little further. See, he said we have transparency with reference to business sessions. When you think about it, the average member hasn't the faintest clue, for example, how we organize a venue, how much we pay for it, who pays for it, how much do the drinks and beverages cost. So business session is not just a thing of we spend so much. It is a way for members to realize these are the struggles and tribulations that the ExCom goes through. And unless all members contribute, we cannot have a club that really functions well. And the same thing applies for every part of the thing. I mean, it is not the VPE's job to book roles. Why must one person struggle to book roles when we are here for our self-improvement? It is up to us to say that I want to be a better speaker, so I will take up tag roles, I will take up these things. I don't have to have VPE chasing after me. A club grows only when every individual grows and when every individual participates in the entire club process. And that I think is really important. And very often, I'm sorry to say this, the ExCom does not communicate, for example, what is DCP, and suddenly you'll find one announcement, oh, we got golden gavel. I don't know what a golden gavel is. I don't know what a golden hammer is. I don't know what a golden throw is. So tell me, I have joined 3 months ago. Tell me what is golden gavel. Tell me what do I mean by distinguished club points. That is where transparency should come in more. And only then will members understand why are what is the point of just ExCom struggling? Every member has to participate in that, and every member contributes. So don't worry about DC points. Let members work towards their own goals. And when members work towards their own goals, you'll find that the DC points are automatically taken care of. And for those of you who don't know what DC points are, we will have an offline discussion with the ExCom after this is over. Back to you, Abraham.
Thank you, ma'am. I raised one point, mentors for leadership. Can anyone highlight the importance of that? Those who have not participated in the discussion, this discussion. Of course, I was reserving it for DTM Nina, but let's ask somebody else.
Those who had mentors, Abhirami, Vritika,
yeah.
Geeta.
Mentors for leadership roles.
Exactly.
So we have mentors for speakers or speeches.
Vignesh. Yeah. Sorry. Tarun, go ahead.
Narendra Bharati is there. He's a specialist. So I'm leaving you, boss.
Any of the others?
Please, hello.
Okay, I'll come up.
I'll tell you, who's that?
I'm not so clear about this mentors about leadership. The first thing I noticed here in Master is.
Sorry, who's that?
Lakshmi Narayan.
Narayan. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Come forward because we are not very audible. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not the tall also, so
no. Me too. Okay, tell.
What I understood from Toastmaster is that when I came here, earlier, I thought this club is only for speaking, right? To enhance our speaking skills, public speaking. So our intention is to find a mentor who helps us in speaking. Okay. So we know the later point we realize that this club is for both for speaking and for our leadership skills, which includes everything. Speaking includes listening, active listening, which knows the role play and all those stuff. So the mentorship, which we thought initially is that one helps us to go good with the speeches and complete our CC or whatever. Now we have the pathways. But now I realize it's more important for a mentor also to put us in the proper leadership path. But right now I think I have got the right hands, the best mentor I can say, the Venu. Yeah, he is very good at it, and he's not just focus on the speeches as well. He is the one who pushes me, even for taking up this ExCom role. He was pushing me, like that's how we have to get into this leadership aspect as well. It's more personal than personally it improves our relationship skills, which will implement EDPs, not just in Toastmasters, even in corporate office also. So that's very important. What you mentioned is mentorship for leadership is also very important. I got the right mentor now who is helping that leadership side. So it's very appropriate, very important. Mentors focus on the leadership along with the speaking skills also. That's what I feel.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Good,
And
yeah.
anybody else to add something more on to that leadership, mentoring for leadership?
If time permits, like, can I add something?
Please, welcome.
Yeah. See, what suddenly it hit my mind. What I was thinking is like, yeah, new members comes in and then maybe the enthusiastic people take steps religiously, and there are people who get their focus gets diluted. So what I was thinking is maybe we can create a checklist type of a thing for new members. First we can give a description of what are the benefits of Toastmaster Club, like leadership, what benefits are there, what roles they can play or how they can benefit from the leadership standpoint and from the communication standpoint, and also to understand the individual goal. What is the goal of the person who is joining the Toastmaster Club? So we can create like a checklist or a form where the new members can fill in, which can help the person to understand himself, like what is his goal of joining Toastmaster Club. And also it will help the mentors and the VPE to align the person with the respective roles for him or her to improve his or her skills. So maybe a standard checklist or a form to help to understand the goal of the individuals who are joining the Toastmaster Club. So if we can take it forward, I'm ready to offer my support for this.
We have members from other clubs. Geeta was a member of another club. So what is the difference? You don't say something about the other club, but see what is the difference you have found in this club. Geeta, where are you? You are sitting there? Yeah. Because I used to attend that club regularly when she was there.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Abraham, sir.
You come forward because you are, otherwise you are not. Yeah, come. Good enough.
Good evening, everybody, once again. Yes, DTM Zach. The difference is, the reason for my moving also was I wanted a big audience so that, we can perform a little better. It shows on, it tells you that where you reached or whatever your level you are in. Apart from that, I don't find any difference. We have more participants here, and when I joined CTM, we had more number of role players. I think everything was going very smooth, and it was very challenging to get the best title, be it a grammarian or a tag team or a timer role, whatever it is. It was a challenging thing. But since we had less role members there, so it was a little easier for us to get those titles there. Apart from that, I don't find much difference. Yeah. But one thing I would like to say is CTM is really doing great. I have been attending these online meetings of various other clubs where I have noticed that in between the meeting also, for instance, the general evaluator will interrupt, or they will sit there right in the meeting and then ask, I think he's the timer. Am I sure? Am I right? So the kind of homework that we do here and come, that kind of homework, I think many of the clubs are not doing it. So, and sometimes, so many times it's happened that they introduce a wrong person as an evaluator, as a tag team player, and then the other one comes up and says, oh no, I am the evaluator. I think here we are working very fine. Our agenda is very clean and things go very fine. So this is one difference I've seen recently in the online meetings.
Thank you, Geeta. Friends, my time is getting over. All I can say is east or west, CTM is the best. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Abraham, TTM Abraham Zakaria. It's a really insightful session. We get a lot of takeaway from this. Yeah, thank you once again. With that, our first part of meeting is completed. Now we are entering into the interesting topic, table topic session. To conduct the table topic session, we have our table topic master, who is A first year BCom student becoming a studying in a DG Vaishnav college who has a goal to achieve big things in life. And his goal is to join any of the top B school in the world. Let's welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun, stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh, for the introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. One of the most exciting portions of Toastmaster meeting is table topics. The main objective is to challenge members to develop their communication skills and think on their feet by answering it. The table topics is specially designed to develop 4 essential communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. The response of the speakers should be at least 1 minute and can be no more than 2 minutes. You can see green signal at 1 minute, a yellow signal at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red signal at 2 minutes. Now let's move into the session. Who will be my first volunteer?
Yes, please. Vignesh. So we have a guest, Vignesh, here in physical. He is the first volunteer.
Welcome, guest Vignesh. Your first question will be, what do you love most about yourself?
Okay. So what do I love most about myself? Before I tell you that, I think I start off. It's been a year since I came to my first physical meeting, and I really missed this. I hate speaking into a Zoom camera. I can't tell the difference between my office meeting and a Toastmaster meeting. I just end up saying I need 2 more days. So some of the things that I saw, I had a lot of aha moments here when I was listening to the speaker speak. The first speaker spoke about a lot of marks that she encountered in her life. I was surprised she omitted one of the marks, because I'll tell you which mark that is. When I was in college, I gave my M1 paper and I was supposed to not get the pass mark required. And I was very worried and scared. And I went to my friend and he said, I'll take you to 1 mark and you'll feel better about it. That day he introduced me to SAS mark. That didn't end up getting me good marks, but I didn't want to quit there. So the next 4 years I tried very hard. I stayed at it because I was not a quitter. For the next 4 months, I didn't give up pass mark, but I didn't do any good to my marks either. So it took a lot of toll on my health, and I decided to join the gym, lose weight and all that. So that is the next thing I got myself into. For the next 6 months, I went to the gym, I worked out very hard, drank protein powder, didn't skip any of my days, not even the leg days. And I was dumb fuzzled. That was the other aha word for me. Just saying the word makes me dumb fuzzled. After so much hard work, I ended up gaining 10 kilos instead of losing. So, and I think this is the best part about me, is like, I am always ready to make fun of myself. And I don't mind taking a job if it can get a few people to laugh. And that's also the reason the second speaker spoke about what they encountered in their first Toastmasters meeting. I joined Toastmasters because it gave me an opportunity to make people laugh. I'm not always good at it, but every time I do, it makes me very happy. And that's the reason that's made me stick with Toastmasters for like 6 years now or something. And I hope to continue with it. So thanks for the opportunity, guys.
Thank you, guest Vignesh. Who will be my next volunteer, from the online or the offline?
You call out.
Sure. As Toastmaster Abraham Zachariah sir already raised his hand, I'll call him.
Okay, thank you.
What 3 words would you use to describe the last 3 months of your life?
Last 3 words. RIP is the last word usually people make for us. For me, it was health, wealth, and the rest I don't know, I must say. Wealth part, as he rightly said, the Corona was a blessing for me, because when Corona started, I was 102 kgs and I could reduce 10 kgs till October. But then there was something happened in between. So again, I put on another 4 or 5 kgs. But it gave me confidence to reduce my weight. So anytime I know if I get 2 months, I can easily reduce 5 kgs. That is a thing. And coming to my work, actually earlier I used to go for lunch at home, and then I used to take a nap, and that system I stopped it. Now I come in the morning and I work till the evening here. So that is something I never thought I could sit here for 6 hours or 8 hours. Now I found it is very easy. It is not all that difficult, provided somebody pays you, that something motivating you, and you get more, you can earn more also. That is one thing. Maybe that is a motivation for me to sit here. Well, that I enjoy it, and I have a small coffee making machine here. We make coffee and we enjoy it. So I found that way Corona given me as a new life, which I thought I could never do it, which I am pursuing it now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zakaria sir. Can I have Toastmaster Abhilash to answer this question?
Yes, sir. Give me 1 minute, Toastmaster Vignesh. Yes, I'm here.
You are flying on a tail fin of a Boeing 747.
Sorry, come again.
You are a fly on a tail fin of a Boeing 747. You have fallen asleep. Now you are awake and the plane is going 400 miles per hour. How will you feel?
Honestly, okay, thank you, Toastmaster Daru. I honestly don't know what prompted you to give this particular topic to me. Okay, so from my perspective, being on the tail fin of a Boeing 747, so see, I love being around people. So whatever I am, so the next thing, so I'm sorry, I didn't get part of it. If I was a fly or something, did you ask her, am I a normal person?
No, you're not a normal person, you're a fly.
I'm a fly. So yeah. The first thing that I would do, honestly, go into each window, look inside, look at what people are doing, look at what people are eating. So Boeing 747 is an international flight. The cuisine also would be awesome. So that'll be the first thing that I do. Apart from that, the second thing that I will do most probably logically is open my eyes, come back, fall down. So I'm a fly, I can fly anytime. Drop down altitude, come out and start flying. So that's the second thing that I would do probably, if that's an option that you allow me to. Apart from that, what else would I do as a fly? The third thing, so I would stay on there, keep flying, go around, have a look at other planes, and probably if I survive all that, come back down, come to Anna Nagar, here in Andy's spot, witness a Toastmasters meeting, and die here happily. That is it from my side.
An inspiring answer, Toastmaster Abhilash. Yeah. Can I have guest Chirag Yadav to answer the question?
Yes, please.
What is your favorite song, and how did you get impressed from the lines of the song?
Just a minute. Can you ask me again? Actually, you are not audible.
I'm audible now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is your favorite song, and which line of it has inspired you the most, and why?
My favorite song, actually, it is you are asking in motivational category, of course. So my favorite song is actually it is a Hindi song, and it is in Brothers movie. Zinda Hu Main. So do you understand Hindi? And
you can explain the lines.
Okay. You are asking line. I'll explain in English that no matter what state you are at, so you have to you should have an audacity to take decisions and for your ambitions, and you have to pursue them. So, and that was my favorite line. So I think it is all.
Thank you, Chirag. Yes, Chirag. Can I have Toastmaster Srijit to answer? If you time travel 200 years in past, how would you prove that you are from the future?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The first question I'd like to ask you is, will I be able to carry my cell phone? I would prove to every single person that I'm not just from the future, but I'm from the heavens above. I'll show them the art of taking photographs. I'll show them the art of calling people. I'll show them. I would even show them. They would probably be enthralled by a simple game such as Snake on the Nokia 1100. So this would be my chance to get enslave the entire world and prove my assertion over them. So I think the very small thing, the small rectangular shaped cell phone is more than enough in my pocket to show the world that I'm from the future. Apart from this, if I was to go 200 years back, I'd probably win every single lottery there, and that's going to be, this would probably be more about myself living the best of my life rather than me showing to the people that I'm from the future. This is my chance to make the best out of it and probably not tell them that I'm from the future, because I can make the most out of this and live the best life I could ever do. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srijit. Can I have guest Balaji from the online meet?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
The question is, if you could be any age again for 1 week, what age will be and why?
It would be in my teenage, of course, during the school days between 6 to 10th. Probably we'll be having a lot of fun. Hello. Yeah, sorry to. We had a lot of fun with our set of people. At present, we don't have any contact with them, so we always like to have a meet, but we cannot able to fall out. So what I would like to do is I will directly go to that age only. I'll try.
Thank you. Yes, Balaji.
Thank you.
Can I have Toastmaster Nadira to answer?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Your question will be, if you could, what sound other than the ringing, what sound in your phone, other than the ringtone in your mobile? 1 minute.
I didn't understand this one.
No. Even he didn't understand.
Yeah, what sound other than ringing would your telephone to make? Which sound you like other than ringing?
What sound other than your normal ringtone would you like your mobile to make?
Not even ringtone. He said ringing. There's a difference. No, Tabletop Master, you have to rephrase that. I did not get it.
Ringing means a normal telephone bell now. Better change the
So
topic.
what sound do you like here? Go ahead.
No, better change the topic.
Yeah, okay. What funny sound you will like to keep as a ringtone?
Ringtone now he said.
Not a regular tone. Just speak about a tone you like, yeah.
Well, now when you put it that way, thank you, Tabletop Master, for this beautiful topic. At the moment, the only funny thing I can think of is the noise of someone opening the door. You might not be knowing in the online sector, but
we had a situation where the door closed and we were all locked in here. And the beautiful sound which saved our lives was the noise of the person unlocking the door, and we got saved by Toastmaster Nanda over here. So that is probably the sound. Now, on an actual serious note, now another noise which I would appreciate if my phone were to make would be, say for example, there are days where we have a lot of stress going on, and there are times when you feel like everything's gonna burst. And even one small phone call could trigger some sort of adverse reaction. So at that time, the only sound that would probably calm me down would probably be just the voice of my parents talking to me, just telling me it's gonna be okay. So I would prefer it if my phone would just, have one voice recording which could play exactly when it knows I'm stressed. So I hope for future updates on phones and that is possible. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for a beautiful topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nazira. Can I have guest Karthikeyan to answer?
Yes, Tarun.
This is a very common question.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in next 5 years?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to see myself as an entrepreneur since I'm working in the ground level of all the business. So how to start a business? I'm actually in day-to-day activity. I'm engaging with all the vendors and all the businessmen and all the potential franchise partners. So I think I hope I'll be entrepreneur in next 5 years, because I'm seeing what is the success story, what is the merits and demerits of having a business, and so what is the benefits, so what is the pitfalls, so what should I do and what should not I do. So those things, it's really a learning thing for myself. So definitely I'll be an entrepreneur in the next 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Karthikeyan. Hope you'll be a good entrepreneur. Thanks to everyone who have participated in this session. Now I'll return my control to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vignesh. Thank you.
Thank you, TT Master, Toastmaster Tarun. Such a wonderful topic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we are entering into the most interesting session. So we get feedback about our speeches. So to receive our valuable comments, I invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ranju. Due to some emergency, I think Toastmaster Abhirami is not available. So Toastmaster Ranju, please, he will be taking care of the general evaluator role. Toastmaster Ranju, stage is yours. Yeah.
So here we will have the general evaluation, which is the second part of the speaking. So first we'll have the prepared speeches, and post that we will have evaluation. So initially our initial general evaluator had done a tag team who had introduced, and they were keenly watching all the prepared speeches and other role plays. Now let's move on to the evaluation of the prepared speeches. So first of all, for evaluating the first speech, we have evaluated Toastmaster Deepak. So Toastmaster Deepak is a project lead in L&T, and he is also a foodie, it seems. So probably we'll move up to some other place after the meeting. So over to Toastmaster Deepak for evaluating first speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ranjan. First of all, I was struck blank when I come to this physical meeting. I see a lot of faces here. So until the online meeting is all going good. So this is the first time. So I encourage everyone to also participate here, so that who also gets black. Apart from that, I have a good amount of commendations rather than the recommendations for Toastmaster Aishwarya. She has done a wonderful job on presenting this particular topic, because I have heard her before speeches, and this particular speech she made it very exemplary, because she has definitely worked on her body language, which is supposed to be up to the mark, and she has made it. So the tone change she has done very good. That is, it's a very good job you have done that when two people are speaking, like the students in your case, and how you react, how the students react, and you are able to change the tone. So that is very good. And you also brought in a quote of no piece of paper define you. So all those things are really good. And the throw of words which you did, it is very good. Like the throw, when I say it is like how high pitch and low pitch you are modulating it. So that is where I am telling the throw of speech that you did is very good. And you paused whenever it is required. That is very good. And you had a very good eye contact to the camera because you are in an online meeting. So instead of seeing into the phone, you were able to see to the camera. It is good. And you also displayed some good gestures. When I say deep in terms of technical definition, you literally came down like you are walking down the stairs. So that is different gestures that you have made. That is very good. So keep it up, Toastmaster Aishwarya. So coming to the recommendations, I just have only one recommendation, which is with respect to the subject of the content which you have shared. Basically, it would have been better if you could have reiterated and given conclusion remarks on what are the different marks you just spoke about. So that would be a great speech. And thank you very much. Over to you,
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for the wonderful evaluation and very detailed one. Next, we will move on to our next speaker, who is Toastmaster Geeta, on the title Storytelling. To evaluate, we have a distinguished Toastmaster, Nina John. We all know like the distinguished Toastmaster, Nina John. She is the mentor of all the mentors in our club. And also she has written recently a book which is authored like the Navigating the Corporate Skis. So that is available in Amazon. So and which is a really great book, and it's a book about. She's also a life skills coach. So over to you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nina, for taking forward the evaluation of Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ranju, fellow Toastmasters, and Geeta in particular. So Geeta's assignment was to either tell a story for the entire speech or place a story within the speech. So what Geeta actually did was tell us two different stories, and so I'm going to talk about those. The first story was about a girl and her perception of what her parents were like and why were they always scolding her and things like that. Now, the thing about storytelling, and this applies to both the stories about the nomads and the girl, is that when we are listening to a story, we need to visualize the context. We need to visualize, for example, how old was that girl? Was she in school? Was she elsewhere? When we're talking about the nomads, are we talking about, nomads in the desert? Or we talk about, if they're talking about shells, then where were they? Somewhere near the sea? Some kind of specific details help us build up a clearer picture of what the story is. And we're able to imagine for ourselves what actually happened. And that is really the purpose of a story. You have an opening, you have a conflict or a climax of some kind, and then you have the ending. So here I found Both were kind of fables or moral stories which had a lesson at the end. But I would have liked it if it was either, as I said, a story set within a speech or an entire story by itself. So that is my recommendation. In terms of delivery, I think your vocabulary is really good. You've improved tremendously in terms of eye contact and all of those. Some of the gestures were a little repetitive, but that I think you can take over. Voice modulation was very good. And the other important thing about stories is that you can add dialogue, you can change your voice, you can be upset, you can be annoyed, you can do so many different things with your voice and carry the story forward. So voice modulation, I think, can be improved, and the overall structure of the story in terms of what was your objective in telling us that story. That's what we're really looking at. And I think you are on the right track, but to challenge yourself, I think you need to go exactly within the scope of the objective of either tell a complete story or set a small story within the larger framework of the speech. Back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ranju.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Neena, for the wonderful evaluation. And next, we would move on to our third speaker for the day. So our third speaker was this Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Evaluate him. We have a very seasoned Toastmaster, Toastmaster Rekha. So she has recently won the area level contest in ISC as well. And professionally, she is a project management trainer who is part of Kalpataru Consulting. Over to you, Toastmaster Rekha ma'am, for taking forward the evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranju. Yes, it was an excellent speech by Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. So your speech did not have dumb fuzzle, and it was crystal clear speech. And let me first share like what are the things which I loved in your speech. So before that, let me remind or let me share the objective of the speech. The objective of the speech is to share how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and your experience as the prodigy in Toastmaster fraternity. Now to start with, I love the way you opened the speech. You said like in 2007 in Ruby Hall, you joined you came in as a guest and then you became the club member. So that was excellent, where we were able to connect. Like me as a seasoned Toastmaster, I was able to go back to the Ruby Hall. So that was an excellent start. Even those who did not know about Ruby Hall, like you connected with the year when you started and how you started and all those things. Excellent. And humor is your trademark. So I loved when you said that 6 months once you used to come, and then your CC10 you completed in 10 years. Excellent. As I said, it is your landmark, it's your trademark. And I remember my own experience when I used to follow up with you to deliver your CC10 to achieve the educational goals of the club. So lovely. And another thing, coming to the meeting the project objective, you did say like Toastmaster Ramesh Daswani as well as DTM Neena John, how they actually helped you to identify the skills within you. And you narrated the incident how DTM Neena John had asked you to enhance your speech, like somebody bringing coffee, and how your cockroach karate created a confusion which added humor to the speech. So those incidents and those things which you added did help us to understand how your mentors have helped you in the Toastmaster fraternity in your journey. So that was lovely. And you shared the difference between what is mentoring and coaching. Excellent. And the thing which I love the most is when you ended the speech, you did thank and acknowledge the Toastmaster fraternity, your mentors and the other members, how they helped you in your journey. So having said what I liked, what you could have improved. So one, I felt like maybe the new members as well as guests will not understand what is the mentor, how mentor or mentor relationship works. If at all you would have given a couple of sentences how mentoring works in Toastmaster, it would have helped people to connect with the concept. And then you could have said like how your mentors has helped you to elevate yourself both in your personal life and your professional life, how you were, and in the journey, the guidance provided by the mentors, how did it help, and adding little more incidents would added more value. So to summarize, I loved humor, your ending, and specific incidents about the guidance provided by your Toastmasters. You could have added little more details about the mentoring journey. So with this, I hand over the control to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha ma'am, for that evaluation. All three evaluations were really very detailed, and it could really help the speakers to further take over the journey forward. So thank you all. Next, we would move on to our tag team report for the day. So we would first start with the timer. So I would just recommend to summarize the timings in brief, and also to say who all are the qualified speakers and prepared speakers and the table.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'll just let you know the qualified prepared speakers. It's Toastmaster Geeta Shroff and Toastmaster Nagadra Bharati. And the qualified table topics, the speakers are guest Vignesh, DTM Abraham Zakaria, Toastmaster Abhilash, guest Chirag Yadav, Toastmaster Srijit, Toastmaster Nadira, and for the evaluation, all three are qualified. Okay, let me read out the time very quickly. Sorry. Toastmaster Aishwarya, 7 minutes 54 seconds. Toastmaster Geeta, 6 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Nagadra Bharati, 6 minutes 22 seconds. And education session actually it extended more, but we all enjoyed it. So it was 31 minutes and 43 seconds. And for table topics, it's guest Vignesh 2 minutes 3 seconds. DTM Abraham Zakaria 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash 1 minute 38 seconds. Guest Chirag Yadav 1 minute 8 seconds. Toastmaster Srijit 1 minute 17 seconds. Guest Balaji 50 seconds. Toastmaster Nadira 1 minute, and guest Karthikeyan 58 seconds. And for evaluation, Toastmaster Deepak 2 minutes 47 seconds. DT Meena John 2 minutes 52 seconds. And Toastmaster Rekha 3 minutes 28 seconds. Okay.
Toastmaster Lakshmana for the time for report. Next, we'll move on to our counter report for the day. It will be taken by Toastmaster Nanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta 1 R 1 Toastmaster Ranju 3 R 1 Toastmaster Vignesh 3 R and 2 Toastmaster Lakshmi Arena 1 R 1 Toastmaster Deepak 1 R and 2 unnecessary pauses. Toastmaster Aishwarya 4 so not required. Toastmaster Geeta was 4 R. Toastmaster Nagendra was flawless. Congratulations. DTM Abraham Sir was 1 R and 2 so. PT Master Tarun 3 plus R and 1 so. Guest Vignesh 2 plus ums. Guest Karthikeyan 10 plus R's. Guest Srijit 2 plus R. Toastmaster Nadira flawless. Congratulations. Toastmaster Deepak 15 R's and 2 pauses. DTM Vinajan ma'am flawless. Congratulations. Toastmaster Rekha 8 plus R's and 1 so. And at last, Toastmaster Nanda 2 R 1 Over to you, General.
So our counter is that perfect to calculate himself also. So next we would move on to the grammarian report for the day. It would be taken by Toastmaster Pratika.
Hello everyone, I'm back with the report. I keep it very short and crisp. So some of the very good usages of English languages were no piece of paper can define us by Toastmaster Abhirami, cosmetic smile by Toastmaster Geeta, commodity devoid of human dignity by Toastmaster Geeta again. She also used some very great words, celestial, reluctant. Zoom Nagar by Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, exposure as well. Holistic by our area director, Toastmaster Nadira. Fumble, groomed inside, go up the ladder by distinguished Toastmaster Ajahn Zakaria. Blatantly by Toastmaster Abhilash, vibrantly as well. Stretching imagination by Toastmaster Nanda. Thinking on their feet by Toastmaster Tarun. Heavens above, enthralled, enslaved by Toastmaster Srijit. Reiterated by Toastmaster Deepak. Some of the not so good usages of English languages are, I found there are impressive things could be rephrased as, I found there were impressive things. Outside the Chennai could be replaced with outside Chennai. When I come to meeting could be replaced with when I came to the meeting. Heard before speeches could have been replaced with I have heard her speeches before. Last but not the least, eye contact to camera could be replaced with eye contact with the camera. And the speakers who use the word of the day are Toastmaster Vignesh, Toastmaster Abhirami, Toastmaster Aishwarya used it twice, guest Vignesh, and Toastmaster Rekha. So let us all give a big round of applause for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Batika, for that detailed grammarian report. So next I would just briefly put the general evaluator report for the day. So meeting started. So first I'll start with the points which went good for today's meeting. The meeting started on time, so that's a good thing. Entire team has actually worked to make it happen. So congrats for that. Next one is it was a hybrid meeting, and I found the majority it was a technically glitch-free meeting. So that was a good job done. So third one is that all the role players had done a fantastic job. So especially starting with the prepared speakers, I found there was a lot of passion and energy in today's speeches. That is something which I think we should maintain. As a prepared speeches are like the soul of a meeting, and for everything else we are like trying to support people who are coming prepared for this meeting. So that is a good thing. And the education session which was there today was also wonderful, which we had a lot of inputs from the education session. So thank you for that. Thank you for arranging our VP and also for that. And we had a couple of role players who had for first time. So T-Mode, Vignesh and TT Master Tarun, both of them did a fantastic job. Some very interesting topics which made people bum fuzzled at the stage, like Nadira's topic, and so it was a good way to do it. And overall, it was a seamless meeting. And a few areas we could like work on is one thing is I found the room's air circulation could be improved, which we would look into it in the meeting. And second one is that I found like even the people who are attending physically can speak instead of like speaking to camera. I think you can speak to the audience so that you can take the reactions. And this should be like a physical meet. But that we have camera here, so that all the reactions can come from the physical meeting. That would be a good step. Everybody can face towards the audience. So here I think we shouldn't have a seating. We should be towards the. So that's the report from mine. Now I will hand over the controls back to the Toastmaster of the day, Vignesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranju, for a detailed report and feedback. Now about colors. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead.
Now about colors with red and green. Red color assumed to be negativity. Even we get nervous when we see the red card from the timer during our speeches. Yeah. Have you ever thought why? Because flesh and blood are in red in color. We get psychologically negative feeling when we actually seeing the red color. Lot of good things are green. Green tea, green apples, leaf, spinach, etc. Green is the color of spring, new life. Many times associated with the health. It is closer to the nature. It improves our mental health, creativity, focus, color of positivity. That's why traffic signal green indicates to go. Stock pricing I indicate in green color. Think green, be green, and go green. Hope all you enjoyed the meeting. With that, we come to our end of the session. Toastmaster Ranju, can we please initiate the polling now or offline?
So, like regarding the polling, we will have a polling after the meeting. We'll be circulating a survey monkey polls, which we can all give, and online will be circulating.
Okay.
So we will start with the guest feedback. Are there like? Can we start with the guest? Balaji, are you available? Yeah. So just wanted to know what you felt about today's meeting and how do you know about the club? Any feedback from your side? He's not available. So any guests who want to give a feedback can come forward. I am not calling particularly the names. Okay. I don't think there are any guests who are currently there in the meeting. So we would move. So guest Chirag, are you available?
Yes, I am available, but okay, about feedback. Actually, I didn't know about the pattern of the Toastmasters session. So suddenly he asked me one question. So I was a little bit nervous. And about feedback, I think the session was very useful, I would say. And I think if I'll join the Toastmasters Club, it will help me a lot in developing my personality and in my speaking skills and communication skills too. So I think all things are great in this Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, guest Chirag. We would like to have you come on in the meeting.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank
you. Can we have guest Prasanna next if you're available? Yeah. So I don't think guest Prasanna is available. So we'll move forward with our closing. So one point is that today we have to appreciate two people actually who took the roles for the first time actually. Our Tharun, who is our table topic master, and Timor, who is Toastmaster And today we have a milestone speech also. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharti has completed a milestone speech. So kudos and congrats to you. So overall, I think it was a fantastic meeting, and see you all at the next meeting, which is 7:70. And we will be sharing the results online after taking the polls. Thank you one and all. Now we will start an informal session. It would be a new kind of informal session where we can connect physically, and there will be people from online. So we will have tea. That is the only difference. So you are welcome to join us next time here.
Photo.
Yeah. Can we? We'll click a photo. So if you can all switch on your videos, it would be great.
Ranju, I think you have to formally adjourn the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it, ma'am, once this is done.
I think all of us have to fit in one frame. So I guess we could all come here, no?
Yeah,
so that the screen is not visible. Why? I mean, as in? All right.
Last time we took
No.
pictures separately here and we had a screenshot of it and we merged everything together.
No, we just stand here and
We'll
save
stand
it.
here,
No?
yeah.
Since we have, so yeah.
Window
That won't come. That won't come.
Window and print screen.
No, but that won't come. No, there is no video there. Yeah, it's my. It's my day. Selfie.
Yes.
Take a selfie. Come on. Take a selfie. Come on.
She's a big, I think this is what on this keep it there. Yeah?
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Another?
Time.
Yeah, okay.
What are we doing?
Timer.
Come on.
Yeah. Try again.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I formally adjourn meeting number 769. Thank you all.
Stop recording.